The Steelers return to action after the international break with 3 straight games against the Fife Flyers. First up is the Challenge Cup semi-final second leg, and it's the Scottish visitors who hold a 3-2 edge from the first. With Sebastian Pichet's injury more serious than initially thought, the Steelers move quickly to sign Swedish D-man Kalle Ackerud. 3 seasons with Guildford and over 60 goals scored, his quality is well known to Elite League fans. Daniel Ciampini is ill and joins Pichet and Mason Mitchell in missing this huge game. Fife haven't scored here in their 2 visits so far this season, but backed by a big and boisterous following, they are on the verge of their first final as an Elite League team. The Belfast Giants await the aggregate victors at the SSE Arena in 2 weeks' time. Owen was saying that one went out of play. He's gesturing up towards the netting to say that puck actually hit it and this should have been blown dead. Phillips under pressure, loses out. Sheffield have it back with Nevalainen. That one though is played straight to Johansson. Phillips chops at it again. And Johansson again. Nevalainen. Let's try and clear it up the near side boards and do so. Latal furthest back for Sheffield. Steelers gain the offensive zone again. Latal. Petgrave calls for it and then plays the pass to Newman! Beautiful disguise from Petgrave. And Owen couldn't recover in time to keep out Newman's shot. The Steelers have the perfect start. Composure all around from the Steelers. Newman with the finish, but it was the pass from Petgrave that made it possible. Off the fake shot, it was right where it needed to be. But the Fife was good at 31%, the Steelers up around 37%. Oh, and the shot hits the post on the rebound. Owen made the first save, and the follow-up went clang. Newman forward with speed and the shot off the pads of Owen. Christo. Newman. Ackerud. He's waiting on the blue line. That's where he's best! It just had to be a signature goal from the Steelers' newest signing. He fired dozens like that in for Guildford, and he's got his first in Steelers colours to put them ahead on aggregate. Owen tried desperately to get a clean line of sight on it, but there were bodies in the way, and he couldn't locate the puck in time, and he couldn't kick it clear. Hammer from Dowd over on that far side. Dowd's got it back, but the deflection on the pass sends the puck out of the zone, and the Flyers will hustle to the bench to try and make a couple of quick changes. Dowd back to Valorand. Control with the skate. Steelers still have 45 seconds. Our 5-on-3 time. Valorand wide. Wasn't a particularly close shot in truth. He might get another go in a minute. It's tipped in by Connolly! It's 3-0 Steelers. And the indiscipline of the Flyers has really hurt them in this first period. The Steelers have 2 power play goals and still more power play time to come. It's a wonderful little tip off another really good feed. The Steelers' passing has been crisp and accurate, and they're finishing. Well, they found the net 3 times inside the first 15 minutes. Comes straight back to the Steelers and Jones. Jones drops the pass off to Christo and carries on forward. Christo around for Allen. Still Scott Allen. Now Schultz. That shot got through, and well done by Owen initially to drag it back towards himself, but he didn't cover it up, and Mosey was very quickly on the scene to cause more issues. So he makes the stop and then he draws the puck back in, but doesn't get it covered before the puck is nudged free, and one from Mosey was off the side of the goal. Forward come the Flyers. Lawrence just knocked off the puck as he was trying to set up a shot. And the hit coming in on Nolt separates him from the puck. Allen forward. It's a nice pass to Schultz. And he shoots into the glove. He tried to go himself. There was support for the pass inside, but he was close enough to goal for the shot to be the right option. But Owen had that glove down low and took it cleanly. Schultz only has 2 on the season. One of those was against the Fife Flyers. A great pass by David Phillips. Emmerdahl checks his options. Lawrence. Now Petgrave under pressure, has to take the hit, having made the pass. Flyers trying to up the physicality a little bit. That one gets all the way through. Greenfield was completely screened, and the Flyers do have a goal. Emmerdahl sending it in rather hopefully. It hit Petgrave and it bounced and it bobbled, and it got all the way through because Sandstrom was right in Greenfield's eye line, and the Steelers netminder never saw it coming. It's a 1-goal game on aggregate. Sherbanen drives forward for the Flyers and plays the pass to Johansson, who's in, and he scores! What about this from the Flyers? They've scored twice in quick succession to level it up. Johansson making the most of the breakaway with the 5-hole finish. This game has a completely different feel now. There's 40 seconds between the 2 Flyers goals. Johansson scored in the first leg, and he scored in the second. Steelers make a couple more changes as the Flyers bring it forward slowly. Kivilati. Flyers send it back around to the near side, and Johansson. Harsh. Johansson again. Harsh again. Looking up, checking his options. Shot from Sandstrom was well blocked. Bodies on the line from the Steelers. Hausinger. Puck is still sitting there. The Steelers force it away from goal. Flyers are back onto it. Hausinger. Harsh. Hausinger again. Then into Sandstrom! Unbelievable! The Flyers from 3-0 down on the night have levelled it at 3-3, and they take the aggregate lead. This is an incredible story in progress. It's the former Steeler, Lucas Sandstrom. The power play goal that might just prove to be the winner on aggregate. There's less than 6 minutes to go, and he's beaten the blocker of Matt Greenfield. There are absolutely no Fife Flyers fans going anywhere. Aaron Fox has drawn up a play, and he needs his team to execute it. Newman, Christo, Allen, Dowd, Valorand and Ackerud. It's a combination of the Steelers' power play lines. They have so many shooting options. Can they find the one that really matters? Or is Shane Owen going to be a hero again for the Flyers? It's a crucial face-off. Johansson hasn't won it, the Steelers have. Penalty is over. It's now 6-on-5. Ackerd, saved, rebound, Dowd, chance, goal! Christo has saved the Steelers with 18 seconds left. Heartbreak for the Flyers, but it's not all over yet. It looks like it's going to be overtime, thanks to Danny Christo. The Steelers did keep throwing the puck towards the net, and they got the bounce they needed. Ackerd's shot, it wasn't quite right for Dowd's follow-up, but he just sent it towards goal. It hit a pad, and it found its way to Christo. Goodness me. Final few seconds of regulation. Housinger under pressure. Steelers have it. Is there time to get it out for one more shot? Doesn't look like there is. That is that for regulation. The Steelers win the game 4-3, but the tie is tied through 120 minutes. 6-6 on aggregate. Kivilati drops it off. Trying to get it back, it'll slide away from him, it will reach Lawrence. Petgrave pushes it forward, and now Newman, who loves the extra skating space. And so does Petgrave. Valorant! No! Owen makes the stop and deflects it out of play. The first big chance comes the way of Marco Valorant. And he's denied by Owen. It's a really good pass from Petgrave, not for the first time tonight, but what a stop that is. Flyers had momentary thoughts about a long lead pass down the ice, couldn't find it though, and here's Nolt. Lawrence in support, trying to make the move around Schultz, can't manage it. Lassell races for the loose puck and has it, and he drives the Steelers forward. Latal inside, Latal only finds the body of Owen. Steelers have so much skating speed, but the Flyers have been defensively disciplined. They've not got themselves caught out, other than that very first odd man rush. They learned their lesson. They've not been caught down the ice. Dowd across the line. Mosey drives to the net, Valorant trails. Still Valorant goes on. Mosey, Valorant! No! Owen saves. And it will be penalties. There are no goals in sudden death overtime. Both teams had chances. The Steelers maybe had the better of it, but there was no way past Owen, and so we go to a shootout. And he'll be denied. It's Greenfield this time with the quick pad. Still scoreless. And now it's Brett Newman. Round 4. Newman trying to open the scoring in the shootout. And he can't. He tried to go backhand and Owen stayed with it all the way. Here's Sandstrom. He thought he'd scored the winner in this game. Can he score the winner in the shootout? It's round 4. And it's saved. We're still scoreless. So essentially now, we are in sudden death. Round 5 begins with Robert Dowd. And his shot is saved. And so it is match point Fife. If they score, They are there. And it's Michael Johansson, 27-year-old Swede. He's already beaten Greenfield once in this game. This can put his team in the final. And he has! The Steelers claim that he mishandled the puck and it shouldn't have counted. Fox is trying to request a video review while the Flyers are celebrating. The officials will get together and discuss this. If he lost control of the puck, this might not count. But the Flyers do not care about that at the moment. They're celebrating in the corner with their travelling supporters. And the officials are having a discussion. And we'll see what their call is. It didn't look to me as though he completely lost the handle on it. It might have been a little bobble. See what you think here. Does he ever completely lose momentum? That looks okay to me. The puck's always moving forward. And the finish that gets between glove and pad. The only successful shot of the shootout. I believe it is being reviewed. This would be an incredible turn of events if the goal doesn't stand. But I don't think they are reviewing it. I think it is all over. It is confirmed, the game-winning goal. The Fife Flyers have done it through Michael Johansson, the only shot of the shootout to score. And his dramatic moment gets him the Steelers man of the match. But he was one of 5 Steelers who was unable to score past Owen in the penalty shootout.
Aaron, obviously disappointing. Your views?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously we had a great start to that hockey game. Go up 3-1 on aggregate after the first period, which was huge. I think we probably lost that game in the second period, even though we didn't give anything up. We had an opportunity to step on their throats and put that game out of reach. I think we took our foot off the gas a little bit, didn't bury the chances that we had. And then in the third period, you know, three plays that changes the outcome of that hockey game. A bad bounce on that first goal, bounces over our stick at the blue, and we tip it into our own net. And then second one, we make a bad decision in the neutral zone. You know, there's no reason to have two guys outside the dots there, give up a breakaway. And then the third one's a bad penalty and ends up in the back of our net. You know, we chased the game back and had plenty of opportunities to win that hockey game in overtime, and, you know, just didn't get it done. It's frustrating.
A wave of momentum, a wave of emotions. We get it, they get it back. And then when Danny Christo scored, did you think we'd rescued it at that point?
Yeah, I thought, you know, like I said, anything can happen in a 5-minute overtime and penalty shots. I'm not sure a knockout game should be decided by a penalty shot. You know, maybe a 10-minute 5-on-5 and a 5-minute 3-on-3 or something in that situation. But those are the rules, and you know, we haven't scored a lot of penalty shot goals in the last little bit here, and tonight was no different. So we didn't get one.
Okay, just talk to us a little bit about Callie Ackred and his debut.
Yeah, I thought he played very, very well. He hadn't been on the ice in 2 weeks, so he had 2 skates this week. You know, you can see what he brings to the power play with that shot, and very smart, creative player. You know, we'll get him a little bit better hockey shape here, and he'll help us.
Yeah, you can tell obviously the disappointment right now, but we've got to get back on the bike again, haven't we? Because in 2 days' time, we have the same team here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be some disappointment here for the next 24 hours, and we'll have to recoup here and have a really good skate Friday and be mentally ready for a big one Saturday.
Todd, Challenge Cup final, congratulations.
Well, it's all down to the guy's character. To come into this hostile building with 9,000 people, to give up 3 unanswered goals in the first period, it shows their character to have a fight back. I think it would have been quite easy for them to kind of, you know, bow down to the immensity of the situation, but we believed in these guys. They showed a lot of fight, and you know, I think we gave you guys the whole range of emotions tonight.
It was certainly an epic game back and forth, but having gone behind as you did in the first period, the response in the second period to not let the game get further away kept you in it and made the third period comeback possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is something that we've been hampered with for quite some time now, is, our starts. Our team's more than capable of competing with teams, but when you go into some of these buildings and you give up a couple quick goals, game could be over before you know it. I thought they adjusted well in the second. I thought we fought back well in the third, and I'm quite pleased for the boys. They've had a tough, injury-ridden season. We're healthy now, and you're right, we're going to the Challenge Cup final.
How difficult was it to get the players back up again after conceding so late in the third period?
We just had to talk about it. We were fine. Coming from 2 goals down, and it didn't look great at that point. To getting that, we knew they were pulling the goaltender. We knew they were going to have a great opportunity, especially with that late penalty call. Guys just stuck with it, and they didn't let a lot bother them. So good on them.
You've had some memorable moments as Fife coach over the years, thinking back to great comebacks in Manchester in the playoffs, but this has got to be right up there with them.
I was just talking to Hutch about that. We've had a few good moments in our time together, but this has to be right up there with that.
And it's the first final for the Flyers in the Elite League era. Can you go one more?
Well, I'll tell you what, a one-off game. We've proven we can come into a hostile building and compete. Why not?
And you get to go against the Sheffield Steelers twice more this weekend.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a long weekend for us. We're fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for a league title. There's a lot at stake for both teams. Both teams are going to have to regroup, manage their emotions, and you're right, we're back at it 2 more times this weekend.